Welcome
All right,
back to Rock Thai. I'm Michelle,
Amanda.
Sarah.
and this is going to be a quick episode. I'm just talking about um, when you go to visit Gmmtv for the first time.
Yeah, there's a lot you need to know. Well, there's not a lot, but a few things we would love to know when we went to Thailand last time and
Just so
get
you
out.
feel prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always nervous going somewhere new and doing something new if I don't have information on it. So just here's the information so you can feel comfortable when you go to the building to buy souvenirs or do whatever you're going to do there.
Or,
Which floor?
stand in the lobby, drink a drink, and hope you get lucky and see an actor.
Yeah. So first, when I went in, the first thing that I did was got a drink. So
Yeah.
Same.
there are right when you walk in, to the right, there is one drink stand that's most prominent. But I've gone more than once, and there's another one that's next to that, but kind of down the hall toward the bathroom.
Mhm.
So good. So when I go now, that's where I get my drink. The first time I just went to the prominent one because it was right there. But there's these cute Thai aunties that run the stand, and they give you so many the cup sleeve stuff. But then they one time they chased me down to be like, here's also stickers. And another time they were like, here's a hair clip with the person's face on it. They give you all these little freebies and stuff of whoever you ask for the cup. Or maybe it's just because they like the same person I like. And they were like, she's getting this person's cup sleeve. Let's give her all the stuff.
Yeah. Also, we didn't say this last time, but bring your passport.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bring your
Yeah.
passport.
So
You're gonna
after
need
you
it.
get your drink, because it's going to be hot and humid and you're going to want to cool off, you have to go up to the front desk
Mm-hmm.
and trade in your passport or whatever you have. I've heard some people say that they only accept passport, but one time I forgot mine and they took my driver's license. But I don't know that they will always do that. They did it for me, but I've heard people say that they
need a passport.
Yeah.
You're a regular. They're just like, it's Amanda.
Oh no.
They're like,
Hold up. I hit record, right?
yeah.
Okay,
It's
yeah. I just wanted to make sure.
But they take it and they keep it and they give you a ID badge that clips on that says visitor.
I have a picture of my ID badge. I'll send it in the group chat.
Yeah. Then you go to the elevator, and when you go to the elevators, different elevators go to different sets of floors. So you'll have to look at the sign there to make sure. I don't remember the numbers, but some go up to floor 10 or 15, and then some go the next chunk, and then some go to the next one. So just make sure that when you click the button to call the elevator, you're clicking on an elevator that goes to the 30th floor.
Because that's where you need to be.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget. Insert the number.
Sarah's, there it is. Set it on my hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quick. You'll get there and they're gonna ask you for a list. Or not a list, but to know what you want. Because they're efficient. They're quick.
Yes. They're efficient. And sometimes there's not a crowd and you can absolutely take your time looking. You walk out of the elevators and there's the machines. So you put your money in and get the little surprise mystery thing on the right, I guess. And on the left, there's a display of some of the merchandise and a computer that also shows basically all of the shop stuff from the website, which you cannot buy everything there in person.
Mm-hmm.
But you can look through and take a picture with your phone of whatever you want. Go up to the counter, show them the pictures.
Yes, I would definitely recommend taking a picture because I was told you don't have to take a picture. You just go up there and tell them what you want. And no, they want a picture. I went up there and they were like, no, we don't have that. No. What are you asking for? No.
Yeah, me too. And you know what they told me? They're just like, what are you trying to say? I was just like, no.
Yeah, they're like, take a picture. And I was like, I was lied to. Betrayed.
But also, like on the computer screen where you're looking, it shows a lot of stuff that they don't sell there. And even stuff that they have on display, they might be out of. Because there were times where I took pictures of physical like standees and keychains that they had there and went up and they're like, we're all out of it. Sold out right now. So just be aware of that they don't keep a whole lot of stock on hand. They have stuff for sure.
And bring cash.
Yeah.
They will take a card, but you want cash for the machines for sure. And they will, if you go in with $1,000 baht bill, they will break it for you. Like you just walk up and be like, I want this broken for the machine, and they have a stockpile of hundreds they'll give you to use for the machine.
Because you want to try the gashes. You want to.
Yeah. And then the security guard that's there comes over. If he sees you looking at the machine, they'll always like come over and get ready. Because if you get something, you put the ball down the little thing to try to get a picture. And the security guard that's sitting there does that. He'll like hold the pictures out upside down to grab one.
Yeah, I want a picture. Don't know who it was. To this day, I don't know who it is.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. It's smaller than I imagined.
It is very small. It's a hallway.
Yeah.
I'm sure that there is a lot behind it, but the area that we can go, you walk out of the elevator and you're basically in the hallway, and the gacha machines are there, and the display is there, and the little counter where somebody is selling the stuff.
And then they have like awards, like the cases are near the counter thing.
Yeah.
So whenever I see now like people going in, because I guess, well, I wasn't lucky enough to have this when we were there, but like I'll see people like standing there buying merch, and then like actors will go into the building, like into the back, and they walk right past them, and I'm just like, that's a small area. Like,
you're not so personal with them because that's areas
tiny. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's multiple doors. So like there's a door where you buy the merchandise you check out, and then on the very other end, like there's a window looking out on the city. There's a door there that they will sometimes go through too. But I wouldn't recommend like going and hanging out on the 30th floor waiting for anyone. If you're going to hang out and wait for someone, do it in the lobby.
Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to hang out.
Yeah, it's such a small area, and then also they only let so many people up at once, and they want that pass back, give you back your passport so that they can let other people up.
Yeah.
However,
I've heard that they don't allow you to hang out up there. Like they'll make you.
I've gone, and there have been people like kind of waiting, but not for celebrities, like waiting for other people to do the gacha machines, and then they will trade with you. I've noticed this especially with Chinese fans. Like if I look at the gacha machine, they like swarm and they're like, who are you trying to get? That's how I got one of the things that I sent to Michelle after my last trip. They're like, who are you trying to get? And I was like, first cow tongue. And they're like, we have one. If you get this person, we'll trade you. And I was like, perfect. It's like, that part's kind of cool that like they're coordinating the trading, and like everybody knows exactly who they want to get. And they're like watching as you open it. They're like, who did you get?
They're like,
anticipation.
Yeah. But else, I've had really good experiences with the cash. Like, I don't want to call them cashiers. I don't know what to call, like whoever's working the front desk. Like I get flustered and I get really shy. And one time I bought stuff, and I don't know, I think I gave her like 1,000 baht bill. And then I grabbed my stuff and I walked away. And then I was like, oh, I need to do the gacha. I should go up and ask for change. So I walked up to ask to like break my bill. And she was like, oh, are you here to get your change?
You're like, yeah.
What do you mean? And she's like,
you forgot
the rest of the money after you paid. I have it sitting here waiting for you. Like they're just so nice and friendly. But it was like not judgmental. It was just like, I thought it was very kind, and I was like super flustered and like, too many things to look at and see. My brain's no longer working.
When you went back, did you go to there's like the bottom spot?
Oh, like downstairs, like the 7-Eleven and the...
Yeah.
No, I've heard that some people do, and some people have seen actors and stuff when they go down there and like hang out and get a meal or whatever, but I haven't. I'll have to on my next trip. It's overwhelming for me. Like I'm super paranoid about coming across as like one of the crazy fans. And so then I like overthink everything I do. Like, I'm not a crazy, I'm not a stalker.
And then you,
Like, don't hang out too long. Don't, like I'm overthinking. And then it just comes across even worse.
yeah, I was gonna say sometimes I'm worried like by trying not to seem crazy, I'm making myself look more crazy. Like I swear I'm not crazy.
The overthinking, yeah.
There was one time I went when we all went on the trip together.
Mhm.
And then after everybody left, I went back one more time because they were sold out of something that I wanted. And so I went to see if they got more of them in. And then on my most recent trip, I went back because it was a few months later and I was like, they're going to have different merch from different shows at this point. So like each trip, I'll probably at least make one trip just to see what different stuff they have. But on one of the trips, I came down from the elevator and like as I got off the elevator, I was like kind of like hurried and I bumped into someone. And like I turned around to like be like, oh, Katorka and stuff. And I noticed that it was like all the girls were like circled around. And I was like, now I seem like a crazy person. Like I bump into you and then I turn around like to like look at you.
Oh, I'm trying to make a drama moment.
Like I was just like sorry, like I don't want to be the rude American that bumps into people and then storms off. And I was like, oh my gosh, the person at the front desk who I was like needed to turn the little badge back into was like staring at me, and I was like, I wasn't like, I'm not that person, I swear. And I have no idea who it was. Like
That's what
low
you're
hat
like.
on and everything, and I only knew that it was someone because all the girls were like taking a picture, and I was like, great.
What if you're in those
People's
videos?
pictures.
Yeah.
Like crazy American crashes into act. Like, oh.
That's funny. No, and then another thing to note is if you go around a time, like if you're interested in using the photo booth for a picture, but you go around the time that there's like an event, the photo booth might not be there because it wasn't there for us because it was they had already
Gemini
moved it to
4th
the Gemini
launching.
4 thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and also around those events, like when I went the most recent trip, it was near Starlympics, and I think that's when it was. There's also the fan day. So there's the fan day, like the 2 day long, and they had 4 different pairs doing that. And then the Starlympics, and I can't remember which time it was, but there was some event that had special Gasha things for that event. And it seemed like the Gashas at Gmmtv at that point in time were sort of like leftover filler. Like it wasn't stocked with good new stuff that people wanted. Like some of it was like, this is leftover from a show from a year ago that they didn't all get purchased. So if your goal is to hit up the Gashas, which they have some really cool ones, just know that they have different things at different times. And if they have a special event that's going to have special Gasha items, what you get at the Gmmtv building might be some other random stuff, not the top things that you're seeing people post getting on social media.
Yeah, because at the Gemini 4th event, they had like special Gemini 4th Gashas.
Yeah. At the fan day, they had little mirrors, little special mirrors for all of the actors. And at Starlympics, I can't remember what they had, but I know they had them there. So just be aware that that's. And also, if you go to the Gmmtv building when there's something like a live recording or whatever is happening, so like people are going to be there hoping to see the actors walk through, it's going to be a lot more crowded. Like I've gone where there has been nobody else there or like a couple other people. But then I'll see films like people took a little clip for TikTok or whatever, and there's a huge crowd lined up and the actors walk past. So if your goal is to see an actor, you'll want to find out what's going on in the building at that time and time it for that. If your goal is just to go up and buy some merch, and then, who knows what'll happen. I would time it to avoid that so that it's really quick. There's no line, there's no crowd.
Yeah, because when we went as a group, well, I mean, there was us, the whole group of us. So we were already making like a crowd in our of itself. But then also there was the Gemini 4th, so a lot of people were like in Bangkok at the time because it was like the day before the Gemini 4th concert or something like that.
Yeah.
So we had to wait. Like our line was long.
Yeah.
It like wrapped around, like they formed a line for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were letting like 4 or 5 people up at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had, I don't know, 20
30,
people.
yeah,
or
like 20, 30
yeah.
people.
And we weren't the only people in line. There were other
Yeah.
people in line as well. It was more crowded that day. So the wait was longer. It was a good half a day excursion between getting a drink and waiting in line and going up and buying our merch and
taking pictures.
yeah.
Well, it's a fun experience that everyone must try at least.
Yeah, if you go to Thailand, if you go to Bangkok and you're a fan of Thai media of any sort, but particularly BL, GL, or some of the shows, other shows that Gmmtv puts on, definitely check out the building. Go up, even if you don't know for sure if you're going to buy any merch, go and look at it because it's an experience. It's something to say that you've done and to see, and you might as well. If there's not a crowd, it's pretty quick and check it off your bucket list.
Yeah, and it's just fun to be able to, like you said, even if you don't buy anything or if you just want to like look at what they have, it's fun to be able to be like, when you watch videos later on, I was there. I've been in that hallway. I know where those are.
Yeah.
To go see like the awards, the posters they have on the wall of like the currently airing shows.
Yeah, and then the videos that you watch will make more sense. Like before I had been there, I would occasionally see a clip and I'm like, where, like, how does this layout work? Like, this doesn't make sense to me. And now I'll see the clips and I'm like, oh, yeah, this is the hallway of elevator doors.
Yeah, now when I see stuff or like they're going to get like a drink from one of those stands, I'm like, I know where you're at.
Yeah, but if you go, make sure you get a drink from the cute, sweet aunties that have the like watermelon smoothies and stuff. They have like, it's just like a little stand and it's so cute. And their English is okay. One of them didn't speak English at all. It's okay. They worked as a team to get my order. And they're so sweet. Just support them for sure.
Use your Thai. I'm gonna keep saying this. Practice your Thai with them. Like, they're so kind.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
They would get so happy. Like people would get so happy if you even like understood like one word. They'd be like, and then they'd start talking more, and I'd be like, wait.
Cha-cha, please.
I think that's all we have about GMM.
Yeah.
So, thank you for watching Rock Thai. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah.
And post any questions you have in the comments. If there's something that we skipped over a little bit too fast and you're planning on going, feel free to ask us.
Yeah. We'll answer what we can. And what we can't, we'll let you know.
Send you a link or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Do we know what we're doing for the ending?
I don't know. That's the ending.
That's it. That's the ending. So, welcome back to Rock Thai. This is a quickie for you.